Hello everyone, this is Sander here. I have been wanting to create weekly update videos on Kaspa's price action, but I just didn't get to it, and I was a bit nervous recording my own voice and stuff. But well, I'm excited to finally share the first update with all of you. So let's get into it. In these videos, I want to cover a few key things each week. We will look at the price action. We will look at the power law model. We will look at the Euclidean distance, the Kaspa Future Premium Index, the Kaspa Social Metric Index, interesting wallet activity, and current short-term trades I am in, and more. So if we go to coinmarketcap.com and we look at the top 100 coins, Kaspa has been performing very well compared to the others in the last 24 hours. And in the last 7 days, it's the best performer right now, which is crazy. Let's take a look at the power law for Kaspa. I assume most of you people know what a power law is and what it means for Bitcoin and Kaspa. For all the people that don't know what the power law for Bitcoin and Kaspa means, here's a short explanation. The power law is a trend line of the price data relative to time on a double logarithmic graph. For example, if we look at Bitcoin or Kaspa's price on a log chart, you can see that the power law trend line follows the price fairly well, and it has a high R squared fit. In this case, it's 0.938, which is almost 94% of the price data is explained by the power law trend line. All right. This is the double logarithmic chart for Kaspa, and you can see it makes a straight line. And if we convert this log linear space or graph, it will look a little bit like this. As you can see, the price kind of follows a power law, which is the orange line. But lately it has deviated from this model. And we don't know if the power law is broken or if the slope is trending down. I have a document from Mr. Forgo work. He tracks the power law slope for Kaspa, and you can see it went from almost 4.3 to 3.84. So the model I've been working on has a couple of options. You can change the power law parameters, and it also recalculates the parameters after every daily close. So we get the most up-to-date power law parameters. Currently, we have a slope of 3.839. Let me change that. And intercept of minus 12.272. And now you can see how it changed. So we don't really know if Kaspa will keep following a power law forever, or when it will break, or if the slope will decrease by a lot. But I want to highlight how the parameters are very important and the slope is very important for projections. So if you look at the first week of January in 2026, the fair value power law price will be 90 cents. But if you actually would reset the settings, to a slope of 4, and we're comparing a slope of 4 against 3.8, the January fair value price would be at $1.12. See, so that's how it impacts the projections. I would say we need to finish a full Bitcoin cycle at least, or maybe even 2 cycles for us to know if Kaspa is really following a power law or not, or if it's broken or not. I also have a different model which uses a different genesis date. In this model, we look at the Kaspa emission schedule and where the chromatic 5% bigger than 5% reduction, monthly reduction starts, which is the 8th of May 2022. So this model actually caught the bottom quite well, and I've been DCAing into Kaspa and trading Kaspa based on this experimental model. I've been using it myself. So these are the current parameters I'm using. So if we zoom out, it looks like Kaspa has these bigger and smaller cycles of 120 days, and it seems to fit pretty well. Especially the last cycle surprised me how kind of accurate it was. If you make this price a moving average, it will probably resemble this wave pretty well. So if you look at the cyclical behavior, I still think Kaspa behaves cyclical. You can judge for yourself. You can zoom out. Yeah, let me know in the comments. And I'm expecting another big cycle, a big 120-day cycle in March, and it will peak around the 20th of March. So, let's keep making videos and let's see what the results are in March. Also, the projected price, I wouldn't like, it's more kind of a timing thing. And I don't know if the price is going to be, predicting bubbles is way harder than predicting bottoms, especially with power loss. But this, we could see maybe 45 cents, but I would already be happy to even go up to the power law, which is with these parameters is around 34 cents. Like I said already, based off this model, I DCA at the bottoms, and I also entered the trade recently. Let me show you the trade. I'm showing you guys my personal trade because a lot of people are very loud on social media, and but they never show any receipts. So here is mine, and this is the trade. It's $4K on the 3x. It's fairly small, but at least I put my money where my mouth is, and I show you the evidence that I'm actually trading based off my own models. And yes, I'm holding this trade until March, at least March, when we expect the next big cycle for Kaspa. All right, let's take a look at Euclidean distance. I also developed this indicator. In short, it looks at the Euclidean distance, so the horizontal distance between the price and the Kaspa power law, the fair value power law. So in this case, on my mouse, the price is ahead of the power law, and how many days is it ahead? 110 days. So it plots a positive high value on the oscillator. And in this case, the price is currently undervalued under the power law, as you can see. And how many days ago was the fair value price at 18 cents? And then it calculates the distance. So it was 98 days ago. So this should give you a negative value, and it should plot it on the oscillator. And it has a certain sensitivity to it. All right, let's look at the latest bottom for Kaspa. The Euclidean distance was very negative, purple, indicating that you should be DCAing some Kaspa. And it turned out very well. I also added the option to trigger buy and sell signals based on cyclical behavior and long-term cycles, so these 120-day cycles. So if we enable those, we can see we have two buy signals, long-term buy signals, and here as well. And this one is actually pretty high, but it got you around 14, 15 cents, which is not too bad. But yeah, if we actually zoom out, you can see the buy signals there around. It's not a bad time to DCA when they show up, and the sell signals historically have been very, very well. All right, let's look at another indicator. This is the Kaspa Futures Premium Index, also developed by myself. All right, so what it does is it calculates the difference between the Kaspa spot price and the futures price on every exchange that has some volume. In this case, I have 5 different exchanges with futures and spot prices, and it calculates the difference. And then it spits out the data on an oscillator, and this is what we call the premium or discount. So when this oscillator hits extremes, you can see that historically the market turns around. So what do I mean with that is if you look at how the future market was very bullish, everyone was going long. Um, the perpetual future price was higher than the spot price of Kaspa. This means that a lot of traders are on the same side, and usually the majority of traders lose money, and only the 10% or 5% makes money. So keeping that in mind, when everyone is long and bullish, we might be near a top, and that's also when there's a discount. When everyone is short, we might see a turnaround in price, as you can see here, and you can see a lot of there's a lot of discount right here, and the price moves in the opposite way. And lately, we have seen a huge discount. All right, so as we can see, there was a huge discount for a long time. This metric has been very negative, and this is where you want to start DCAing or go long in a trade. And that's what I did. I looked at the data, and it was obvious that we were near a bottom. And since then, we pumped. Since the bottom, we pumped 26%. That's crazy. So you can see how it would make sense that you would counter trade the majority of traders. All right, let's take a look at another indicator. This one is called Kaspa Social Metric Index. I also developed this one. All right, this indicator is also very interesting. It looks at the social media trend for Kaspa. The trend is currently set to a 100-day moving average. It looks at the divergence of the average trend for 6 different social media metrics and combines the results and plots it. Now we can clearly see when Kaspa is overhyped or underhyped, so to say, on social media. All right, so if we zoom out, we can notice some patterns. Whenever Kaspa is underhyped on social media, it seems that we are close to a bottom. Yeah. And whenever it's overhyped, when people are way too bullish and talking way too much about Kaspa, they all of a sudden get active on social media, they interact. It shows that we're near a top. So yeah. So I noticed that lately we were underhyped again, and the prices were low and different metrics were also low. This also helped me get more confidence in DCAing and buying and trading the bottom. So yeah, this helped a lot. All right, I have some other alpha right here. So I'm kind of crazy, and I went on Cas FYI and looked at active wallets who sold or bought, obviously, in the last 24 hours. And I've been doing this for a couple of days now, and I've been going through. Uh, it should be hundreds by now, hundreds of wallets, and um, so what I do is I copy the wallet address and then I paste it on Kaspalytics and I check the balance history. So what I'm trying to do is find um, good traders who can who I can stalk basically. I want to see what they're doing, what the bigger guys are doing, and if they're winning their trades or losing, or like I want to find a good trader and maybe get some alpha. And I found this address and I call him Mr. What the fuck because his address ends on what the fuck. And it seems like his wallet is huge right now. It's 100, yeah, like 165 mil plus. And what do you notice is that first he started accumulating, but you know um, after the price dropped over here, he started accumulating faster. And when the price went up, he sold actually a little bit into the tops. And what so if you look further, um, when the price dropped, he started accumulating more and more rapidly on the bottom. And then when the price rose, he started selling again. You know, this seems to be someone who has intuition or who is at least good at trading part of his bags, right? And what do we see? When the price dropped, he started accumulating again. So yeah, this guy's a beast. He knows how to make money. And we want to follow this address in the next videos, in the next couple of months, and see what he does. All right, so the trade I opened a while ago is currently 2K in profits. I plan on keeping this open until the March wave up. So what helped me DCA this bottom were multiple things. It's like confluence. Uh, so on the Paula model, either model, like the experimental one or the other one, you could see that we are very low on the near the lowest bands of the power law, deviation bands. On the Euclidean distance, we were purple, also very negative. On the Kaspa social index, we were also in negative territory. And on the Kaspa future premium index, we were also very negative. So, you know, uh, all the indicators, I even got a buy signal, a long-term buy signal from the Euclidean distance twice. So I was willing to take the bet and DCA and open a trade. I had confluence, all a lot of signs at the same time that we were around the bottom. So that's why I did what I did. Okay, I have so many things I want to talk about for Kaspa. I got so much more alpha to show you, but the video is getting quite long. The last thing I want to talk about is the projection, which is around October to November this year. I believe Bitcoin is gonna have its cyclical top, and altcoins as well. And it kind of lines up with this with the 120-day bigger cycle, which is a very good timing. And if Kaspa still behaves in the same way and follows its cycles, then if I had to make a prediction, we will be at least above 56 cents, which is above the power law. And what would be amazing is if we get to $1, a maximum 150. That's my prediction for this cycle. Let's see if it how it turns out. And I'm gonna keep making these videos. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what I can improve on. If you want to look, if you want me to look at something else or talk about something else. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you next time.